shoving old grandmas around. I was like, get out of my way.
3, 2, 1. If we could run it, if we could run it back, and do you wonder if we could run it back, if we could run it.
I am now in Porto at my Airbnb. It's so cute. Oh my gosh. I want to give you all a quick update. Airplane ride was fine. On the train, I couldn't get my luggage down, so I had to ask someone for help. But then before I finished asking, someone else already helped me. I'm really sweaty right now. It's like 80 degrees. I called my first Uber of my trip because I was at the Porto Canha station. I'm sorry if I butcher any of these. I speak Chinese. I don't speak any Portuguese adjacent language. I was trying to figure out how to transfer to Sao Bento. They said that it was very easy to do. It wasn't easy. I got really confused and lost. I have eaten a croissant the whole day and 2 sips of coffee. So I just want food and I want to not be hot. I Ubered. My Airbnb is literally right outside of Sao Bento. I walked through it to get to my Uber and oh, it's so nice. It's so pretty. I'm gonna go back down there. First I'm gonna get food and then I'm gonna go down there. I'll give you a tour. Here it is. It's actually so cute. Look at that. That is so cute. And then here's a little kitchenette, which I likely will not be using. Here's the bathroom. And then the best part, look at this balcony. But not only is there a balcony, there's also a view. And let me open this for you. No way did I just get on camera. What? Am I an idiot? That's what I felt when I was opening the door. What? You're joking. Okay, so that's not gonna open. Let's try this one. Like, look at that, guys. That's Sao Bento. I swear if I drop my keys down, I literally hate my life. Pretty. I am concerned for my well-being a little bit because it's currently 74 degrees and I'm sweating. Tomorrow is gonna be 81. We'll see. Anyway, this is the fit. All black, just like myself.
If we could run it back, and do you wonder if we could run it back? I didn't know I had to get out down the road inside of the same old, caught in the circles round they go. It's hard when you keep close, rewind with my eyes closed. I need a breather, get lost in the B-roll.
The last hour and a half to 2 hours in bed, not like in bed, but like on the bed. I know I should not take a nap because I slept enough during the day and on the train ride. I didn't sleep at night, but I slept during the times most people should not be sleeping. I know I want to get out today because it's a nicer temperature. I just spent most of the day relaxing. Porto is literally so pretty. All of the architecture, all the designs on the buildings. I literally just walked around for an hour and just looked at the sights. And then I went to Sao Bento, almost got myself lost trying to get to Sao Bento. Went to the McDonald's. I just like going to McDonald's in different countries because they always have different stuff. And I got the honey mustard chicken sandwich. Delicious. The chicken, actually so crispy. Would recommend. For reference, typically when I go to McDonald's, I'm usually a chicky nugget gal or I get a McChicken. To each their own. They had mushroom burgers, which I hate mushrooms, but if you like mushrooms, that could be fun for you. So I spent like the last hour just dilly-dallying on my iPad trying to figure out where I want to go to dinner. All the places that I had saved were either like $4 signs, which that's on me for not doing my research, or I guess here €4 signs, or closed on Mondays. And today is a holiday, I believe, for the Portuguese. It's like their version of Labor Day. That was an interesting sight. I figured out I'm gonna go to an Italian place for dinner. So I'm gonna get myself a salad and a pizza. I'm going to
Livraria Lello
tomorrow. Again, I'm so sorry if you're actually Portuguese and you're just watching me literally butcher anything remotely pronunciation wise. That's not even English because again, I don't speak any Portuguese adjacent language. The closest language I speak to Portuguese is English and I barely speak English at that. I'm gonna go get dinner. I want to get more comfortable vlogging in public, but it just feels weird unless I'm in a corner. Good morning. It is day 4 of solo travel. Day 1 in Portugal, day 1 in Porto. Whoa, that's so incorrect. It is the morning of day 5. London, I flew in
2 days, spent 1 day at the airports. Oh my gosh. Let me double check myself. It is the morning of day 5. I just didn't count the morning I spent in the airport because I just forgot that that's how time works. It happens even when it doesn't feel like it's a new day. I woke up maybe 10-20 minutes ago and I need to go get ready because today we are going to
Livraria Lello.
I have tickets right when it opens because I heard that's the best time to go. So I'm gonna go do that, and then I'm probably gonna go to a bakery next door. I don't know what I'm gonna do after that. Figure it out. And then I have my tile painting class today at 3. So those are the only set plans. I just realized that I only have today and tomorrow as full days in Porto. It all feels a little fast. I really like Porto so far. I think it's really pretty. My Airbnb is very cute. My host is responsive, unlike my host for Sintra, who hasn't responded, and I double texted. That provides me a little anxiety because all of my other Airbnb hosts have been relatively responsive. This is the fit for the hose away. This is the final fit. I have my crossbody bag, which I keep my more valuables in, and then I have my Shakespeare and Company, and I am on my way.
If we could run it back, and do you wonder if we could run all of the things I didn't know? I had to get out down the road inside of the same old, caught in the circles round they go. It's hard when you keep close. Rewind with my eyes closed. Might need to breathe.
I just came back from the Majestic Cafe and also the Lello. The Lello, very aesthetic, very cute, very overwhelming. It was very crowded and I literally got there when it opened. I feel like bookstores are very calming for me. I can just stroll around, do whatever I want. I literally was like shoving old grandmas around. I was like, get out of my way. Just kidding, I don't do that, but I was tempted. And then Majestic Cafe, again, very aesthetic, very underwhelming. The food there, sorry if you love it, I thought was like relatively mediocre and a little overpriced. If you had me getting pooped on by a bird as part of your bingo card, mark that off as well. And also, I hate you for having that on your bingo card. Why would you want that for me? But also, that is the way the cookie crumbles. I literally was walking, I felt something splatter on me, and I was like, please tell me that was like an AC vent or something. I touched it with my hand, and I was like, oh, that's bird poop. Great. So I came back to the Airbnb to, one, cool down a little bit because I literally am sweating. I'm gonna change my shoes, wipe off the bird poop, and then I will go back out there. And then I'm gonna hit the Douro River and like some of the viewpoints there, and I will go to my tile painting class at 3 o'clock, and then I don't know what I'm gonna do next. On the plus side, I did get strawberries. That's the one thing I got going for me today. I love strawberries, and it matches my dress. They're kind of sour. You want some?
Slow down, hold on tight now. It's okay to meet me at the front line. I've got cold feet, winter.
I'm currently on a bridge, and I swear to God, I'm gonna piss my pants.
I can't fly down on the Friday. I was meant to meet you at your mom's house, so I apologize.
I am currently on a walk to my tile painting place. I never feel like more of an idiot until I try to direct myself somewhere. Literally every time so far. I've gone in the wrong direction I'm supposed to. I am so confidently incorrect that I literally walk like 10 minutes in direction before I check anything. By the time I check, I'm like, shoot, I really gotta turn around now. That's my life. Guys, look how pretty that is. The worst part about getting those shots is that awkward little shuffle and also the paranoia that someone's gonna eat my phone. Google's really telling me that I need to go up all of these stairs. Are you joking? Are you actually joking? It is 80 degrees outside. All right, I think I'm like halfway there. I'm sweating. The next obstacle is that there's like a fence here that I can't really go over. I need to go up those stairs. Okay, well this was a bad day to wear a skirt. I made it to the top, didn't break any laws. Did I mention I'm petrified of heights? So in more ways than one, that was terrifying for me. All right, I finished my tile making class. It was fun, except for the fact I was straight on my butt. I was just about to change and I saw salt marks from my sweat. I mean, I know it's my sweat, but like when I say I sweat a lot, I really truly mean it. I am back in the Airbnb. It's like almost 7 o'clock. I had a really late lunch though, so I'm not really hungry, but I got some pastel de natas from Natas Duro. I'm very excited to eat them. I want to bring back to the Airbnb because one, the lady in the store just seemed kind of angry, so I didn't want to sit there, but also I wanted to be able to eat it with you all. I'm just realizing that they have different types of pastel de nata that I didn't even know. I just got the traditional and chocolate. Here it is. I got a regular one. Y'all want a bite? Huh? Open up. No, you don't want to bite? More for myself. Delicious. I also got a chocolate one. Oh, sorry, you guys want to bite of this one? It's chocolate. Still no? All right, fine. Be that way. I'm gonna finish this and then come back into my story. I finally finished my pastel de natas. It's story time. Let's call it dinner because it was like 3 o'clock. I have this bad habit of eating only a croissant and coffee in the morning and then eating nothing else until late. So anyway, I went to get a Portuguese hot dog. It was just me chilling like a villain, getting some hot dog. It was delicious. Even though I got caught in a tourist scam there, I likely will be going back because it's so good. And the guy was like, how about a beer? And I was like, no, I'm okay. And he was like, are you sure? And I was like, yeah, no, I'm good. And he was like, why? And I was like, I don't like beer. Preference of alcohols, it's hard liquor in a cocktail form where I can't taste the alcohol, and then wine, and then beer. I don't drink beer. It was only me in a room full of Portuguese people, and they were all like talking shit about me in Portuguese in a language I don't understand. And I now know how it feels. I speak Chinese. So my mom, whenever my friends came over or like we're in public and she wants to say something that she doesn't want people understanding, she says it in Chinese, and now I know how it feels to be on the other side of that. And I literally was like, I know you're talking shit about me, making fun of me, giving me a hard time when I'm sitting right there. The whole bar was trying to get me to drink beer. And then the person gave me a beer and he added a shot of like red liquid in it. I know what it is now because I asked, but at the time I was like, what is this? Like, I'm not about to drink some suspicious looking drink, sir. I am responsible. The guy sitting next to me was like, oh, just try it. Like, it's in English, obviously, 'cause otherwise I wouldn't understand it. It was like, oh, just try it. It's sweet. Typically girls will like this if they don't drink beer. And I was like, okay. So I drank it and I was like, actually, it's not bad. I thought it was gonna be like on the house because I didn't ask for it, but I didn't want a beer. He was like, oh, do you want French fries? And I was like, okay, French fries I'll eat. It's just I genuinely don't like beer. Like, he was a very entertaining restaurant person. And he was like, do you want a picture? And I was like, no, that's okay. And he was like, are you sure? And I was like, yeah, that's fine. He was like, okay. And then he asked the next group, he was like, you guys want a picture? He did the same thing. He's like, no, it's okay. And he was like, okay, come on, take a picture. Because he was with his girlfriend. Because like, I'm by myself, you know? Like, if I'm not gonna take a photo by myself with my food, like, come on now. I took a picture of my food and then vlog afterwards. So then the other guy was like, okay, sure. And the guy like just took a selfie of him and like the cook. And he's like, oh, okay. And then he took a selfie with him and then like the couple. I saw their face when they got the check. He just like kept giving them beers. Like, none of them really asked for it. So that's a scam. I would expect for my first beer to be on the house because I didn't ask for it. The person next to me was very nice. He was explaining to me like what he was saying. So he was a very nice man. I asked the person next to me, I was like, so what is this red thing again? Because it's just like, it's really suspicious looking. So it's apparently a gooseberry syrup. That was a very fun interaction, and even though I spent more money than I thought I was going to, it was well worth it because I thought it was very entertaining to be there. I know my last walking clip, I abruptly stopped filming after I said that I fell right on my butt. That's because there were people around. I literally fell straight on my butt in front of everyone. And I just think that it's karmic retribution from time I accidentally did that to someone in the 3rd grade. So 15 years later, they got me. Like, what happened was, so I put my tote bag on the back of my chair. I stood up to get paint or something. When I went to sit down, I felt my chair behind me. I sat down and there was nothing there and I fell straight on my butt. Embarrassing. In front of 9 strangers, I fell straight on my butt and I was like, they really be like that sometimes, don't it? Tile painting was fun. You'll see the final product tomorrow. Say hello to dinner. That is a raspberry sorbet. Happy day 6. I don't have enough fingers on one hand to signify that number. It's like 9:15. I have my cooking class for pastel de natas at 10 o'clock. It's like 15-20 minutes away. And after I come back from my cooking class, I am gonna dilly-dally until like 4, where I have to go pick up my tiles, which I'm really excited to see. But tomorrow morning is when I'm leaving Porto and I'm gonna go to Sintra. I just finished my cooking class. It was a lot of fun. Like, one group was like a group of 7, and then there was a couple, and then myself. And I know what demographic I really get along with the best, because at my tile painting class yesterday, day, it was mainly an older demographic. And then today I was the youngest person. The second youngest person was double my age, literally. That's just the demographic that I hit at this point in my life as a ripe 24-year-old. The big group of 7 people, badasses. It was like a group of motorcyclists, and honestly, at that age, I want to be like them. The oldest person was like around 80, but they just ride around in a motorcycle gang, and I just think that is the most wholesome thing, and it's adorable, and I love that for them. Anyway, so that was a lot of fun. Also got a lot of recommendations from my cooking class teacher, and I'm gonna go eat some traditional Portuguese food now. I'm actually kind of sad to leave. I really like Porto. It's currently raining. My t-shirt, as you can tell, is kind of wet. I'm not trying to win any wet t-shirt contests, so I'm gonna go change into something that's not this. Since this is my last full day in Porto, I don't want to let the rain ruin it. A little rain never hurt anybody. My plan is to change and then go back out there. I still gotta pick up my tile, and I still have to go souvenir shopping, and I haven't had any port wine yet, which is also on my list, so I'm gonna do all of that. And I hope that maybe the rain is gonna scare some tourists away, and they'll stay inside, so it'll be clearer on the streets, but not clearer in the skies. I just came back. As you can tell from my oddly wet shirt, my jacket is only rain resistant and not waterproof. That is life. I went to pick up my tiles, which I will show you. I also went grocery shopping, so I'm gonna do a quick little grocery haul. By grocery, I mean I bought snacks. First thing, mini cookies. That is the only thing that I actually know what it is. And then I got some type of drink, fruity, cold pressed, 100% natural fructose, Romelhos. I saw banana and I see raspberries and blueberries on the front, so that was an easy sell for me. And then I got some Schweppes lemon. When I studied abroad, like my friends and I always got like the lemon Schweppes tonic water. And if this is what this is, I'm gonna be so happy because I haven't had it in 4 years and I miss it and I want it back. They don't have it in the States. And then I got Sugos, Morango, which looks like strawberry. I'll do a little taste test. I haven't gotten my port wine yet, and I know I need to do that before I leave. I get it, I really do. It's raining, and I'm gonna take a break first. I'm trying the raspberry, blueberry, and banana smoothie. Cheers. Honestly, it tastes pretty good. I'm a fan. Next on the docket is the Sugos. It looks like little starbursts. And if it is, I'm gonna be really happy because red's my favorite flavor. Comment your favorite flavor down below if you have one. Red is the best in my opinion. As always, if you do not agree, that's okay. We all have incorrect opinions sometimes. It's actually white, so we know that there's probably not artificial coloring in this. It's a lot softer than Starburst, a little stickier, but it's actually really good. This also tastes like any artificial strawberry flavored thing that you get in the States. Although I would say it's marginally better, but maybe that's just because I am biased to anything that's not America. Last but not least, the mini cookies. They kind of look like, what is that cookie cereal? Cookies and cream. Captain Crunch. Cookies, Captain Cookies, chocolate cookies, Cookios. What is it called? I've had this question before. Crazy for cookies? The chocolate chip cookie cereal. It kind of looks like that. Looks like that dipped with chocolate in the bottom. The name of that cereal is gonna come to me in like 3 days, and I'll be like, that's what it's called. But by that time, it will not be the Porto vlog anymore. It will be a different place. These are good. I am a fan. I'm gonna eat a little bit more. It's starting to rain harder again. It let up for like a couple of minutes. It's starting to rain more. I still need to get my port wine. Here are my tiles. It's not really showing well on camera, but it's like the traditional blue they use in Portugal. Evidently, I put too much paint, and that's why it's like this. I'm not incredibly impressed with myself, quite honestly, because it was a stencil, so it was like, how could I mess it up? But I actually really like this one. Was questionable on whether or not I should go with the purple, but I'm glad I did because I kind of like the way that this looks. Those are my tiles. That one, nah. This one is kind of cute, right? Not traditional, but kind of cute. So I decided I'm gonna go to, I want to say caves because it's spelled caves, but I feel like that's so uncultured of me to just say that, so maybe like caves. I'm gonna say caves. Caves, Clem. I feel like I'm just butchering every pronunciation I try. So I'm going to a port wine tasting. Hopefully they'll have room. Guys, I have to walk up so many stairs. I'm really not sober. Please help. So So a fun development is that the restaurant I wanted to go to that was really highly rated and like recommended by the internet was fully booked. And I can only blame myself because the group in front of me was a group of 2 and they were able to be seated. But because I was too freaking plastered to go and walk, I could not sit down. Literally, like they walked in maybe 5 seconds before I did. So that's good. I'm actually kind of bummed because I was really looking forward to going to this place. All's well that ends well. I got empanadas. I was so hungry that I took a bite while walking here. The one that I had was a barbecue one and it was really good. So I'm very excited to eat that. I'm like 85% sober now. That's how long it took me to get food. Like it took me an hour and a half. And empanadas, or in Portugal, risoles, question mark. Easily the best French cheese food. Everything happens for a reason. These empanadas for 3, like €10, and I was like, great. So good. So good. So I'm definitely still a little more drunk than I thought I was. I just dropped my iPad while I was eating my empanadas and watching YouTube videos. On the plus side, the Schweppes Lemon is the flavor that I thought it was, and I'm very excited. Very excited. I am gonna finish doing what I was doing. I just want to check in and say that I found one of the things I was hoping to find today. Just was not dinner or love. Bye! I just finished my 3 empanadas. I am probably gonna eat the little cookies I bought earlier. Before I go to sleep tonight, I am planning to pack. I also bought new Birks because they're cheaper here in Europe than they are back in the States. My issue now is I don't know how I'm gonna fit that in my suitcase because my suitcase is full. I'm gonna drink some water and then tomorrow, fingers crossed, I will get up to watch the sunrise. I walked by the Porto Cathedral. If I had planned better, I would have loved to have gone in and do like a walkthrough and a tour, but because I'm a terrible planner, I just came here to feel the vibes, so I didn't really plan like activity-wise things that I wanted to do. I really liked Porto and I wish I could have stayed longer. Like if I had an extra 2 days, I think that would have been perfect. Like if I spent a whole week here, that would have been ideal for me. Just because I feel like one, I just didn't plan well because I was just like, I want to take things slow, not really have to worry about like, oh, I have to hit this, this, and this. And I had like 1 or 2 scheduled activities per day, which I feel like were perfect. / I would have wanted less scheduled activities, so I didn't have like, oh gosh, I have to be here at this time. Porto was super walkable. I didn't use public transportation. I used Uber a couple of times, but that's for like different reasons. Porto was super walkable, a lot more walkable than London. Sorry, Londoners. I really do wish that I had a couple more days here because I genuinely liked it and there's so much more that I want to see and there's so much more I want to do. If I had an extra couple days, I would make reservations at the dinner place that I wanted to go to tonight. I would also have a Portuguese hot dog again because that was so good. I would have done a tour of the Porto Cathedral. I probably would have just like actually explored more, maybe for the next time I come back to Portugal and then Porto. I am gonna end the vlog here. My next vlog will be the next city or 2 that I go to, depending on how much footage I get at one. So I will see you all in part 3 of my solo travel series. I'm really milking this whole thing, so stay tuned for the next part. If you like this video and you haven't yet, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.
But if you just let go and fall into the garden that you grew.